So I posted some pictures yesterday of us tapping the maples, but I got so many questions that I realized if a picture's worth 1,000 words, it's probably worth 100 questions. So this video will hopefully be worth 2,000 words and will answer 1,000 questions. So if you've never tapped a maple before, it's pretty simple. First thing you got to find is a maple tree. Now, I say it's a maple tree, and you're going to have to take my word for it. I know it's a maple tree because there's a bucket hanging on it already. So someone else has identified the tree for me. But if you have your basic tree key and you know you have maples grown in your area, that's great. This happens to be a red maple. It's not a sugar maple. People who produce tons of maple syrup prefer to have sugar maples. They have the highest sugar content in their sap. This maple tree is a red maple. I've used this one for years. I know it's a good producer, so I'm not too worried about it. I have to do a little more boiling. The sugar content isn't quite as high, but that's okay. You can use any kind of drill you want to tap your maple. I use a good old-fashioned twist bit and a bit brace to drill my hole with. You're also going to need what we call a spile, and this spile has on it a hook. So it's pretty simple. It goes right together, right easy. Make sure you have your hook facing out. This is the part that's going to go into the tree, and my drill bit is just the right size to make sure I get a good tight fit so that the spile doesn't fall out. Around here you can buy these spiles everywhere. I also happen to have with me a bucket. This is a nice aluminum bucket. Lots of folks have switched over to making trees look like they got tapped with IV fluid, but you see plastic tubes coming out everywhere. But we, you know, you're going to have a traditional schooner, you might as well tap your maples in the traditional fashion as well. And there's also a lid down here in the ground, but we're going to go ahead and do this. I look for the south side of a tree facing towards the sun, and I also look down here in the ground. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big root coming right up this corner of the tree. When I drill my hole, I want to make sure that I stay away from holes that I've drilled in the past so I don't girdle the tree. There's a hole right here. There's another one right there. They're all healed up, so I can stay away from those. And generally, this kind of rule of thumb, about a hand's distance away. Make sure you don't get any closer than that. So I'm going to try a hole right down in here, and I don't know if you're going to see this, Katie, but let's see what we can do. I like to have my hole aimed downhill just ever so slightly, and I'm probably gonna go in about an inch, maybe even an inch and an eighth. I don't know. I can see that these wood chips are coming out already with a little bit of moisture in them. Oh yeah, there's definitely moisture there. So I'm gonna clean out the hole. And you can see how moist those chips are. Look at that. It's dripping already. Holy cow. This is a geyser. Like I say, this tree has always been a good producer. So now, with my little tiny hammer, I'm going to go ahead and tap my spile in. And it doesn't take a whole lot. You do not have to be a schooner captain or a rocket scientist to do this. So I'm going to tap her right in like that. Oh my word.
Whoa.
That is amazing. And it tastes good too. That's really good. Someone asked me if this sap tastes sweet at all, and it actually does. There's just a very, very light sweetness to it. I'm gonna hang my bucket here. One of the nicest sounds in the world is the tap, tap, tap sound of that sweet maple sap dropping into the bucket. We're going to have about 20 taps out this year. We already emptied 10 gallons worth of sap at about 9 o'clock this morning. We had buckets actually overflowing. So I have a lid here. I'm going to slide this lid on. And that'll keep the rainwater out. If it rains. Some people have asked, when do you tap your maples? Well, I'd like to tap the maples on the first warm day in early March. There were some people around here who tapped in mid-February when we had some warm days. and they actually start to get quite a bit of sap then. So the run lasts from about the middle of February at the earliest to, in our experience, about the middle of April, and then things kind of shut down. But it's this is a great way for us to make syrup for the schooner. So next time you're sitting aboard and you're having French toast or fresh blueberry pancakes made with fresh Maine blueberries, you're going to have some wonderful Maine maple syrup to go with it. So that's all I got from here. You folks have a great day. Thanks very much.